On July 26, 2023, a man in a suit sat down in front of the United States Congress, raised his right hand, and swore to tell the truth, under penalty of perjury. Lying in that chair is a federal crime. Then, a former senior intelligence officer told Congress, on the record, that the United States government has been running a decades-long secret program to retrieve and reverse engineer crashed craft of non-human origin. A congressman asked if we'd recovered anything else. His answer, carefully worded, non-human biologics. Here's the part that should make the hair on your arms stand up. Congress didn't laugh at him. They passed whistleblower protections. They held more hearings. And this year, 2026, the Senate Intelligence Committee started issuing subpoenas to private defense contractors. In 6 minutes, I'm going to walk you through what's actually documented in the wildest government story of our lifetime, and the fork in the road we're now standing at, where both paths are insane. The man's name is David Grusch, and his resume is the reason this story didn't die in a week. 14 years in the Air Force and the intelligence community. Decorated combat officer in Afghanistan. Worked at the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency and the National Reconnaissance Office, the agencies that run America's spy satellites. And crucially, he was assigned to the government's own official UAP task force. His job was literally to investigate this stuff from the inside. What he told Congress under oath was that during that work, multiple current and former officials, he says over 40 of them, described to him a secret multi-decade program to recover and study crashed non-human craft. He claims the program was hidden from congressional oversight, in part by parking materials and work inside private aerospace contractors, where Congress's usual tools can't easily reach. He also testified that he was denied access to the program when he officially asked, and that he faced retaliation for pushing. Now the armor, because this channel runs on receipts, Grusch has not publicly produced physical evidence. His testimony is what he says others told him, plus documents he says he gave to the intelligence community inspector general, who found his complaint credible and urgent. And the Pentagon's own investigative office, AARO, has stated it found no verifiable evidence of any extraterrestrial craft or bodies program. So we have a decorated intelligence insider making the claim of the century under oath, and the Pentagon saying there's nothing there. Someone is wrong. And that's the needle this whole story threads. Think about the two possibilities. There's no third option. Option 1. A senior intelligence officer with impeccable clearances committed a felony by lying to Congress, and somehow, years later, has never been charged with anything. Option 2. He told the truth. Either a man risked prison and torched a decorated career to tell an elaborate lie that dozens of insiders apparently co-signed, or the biggest secret in human history has been sitting inside the defense industry for decades. Congress, notably, did not treat him like a liar. And what happened next is the part most people missed, because it happened in boring legislative language instead of viral clips. Follow the paper trail, because this is where the story gets genuinely wild. After the 2023 hearing, Congress passed enhanced protections specifically for UAP whistleblowers, building an official legal pipeline for people inside classified programs to come forward. In late 2024, a second hearing introduced an alleged secret program name into the congressional record, and a former Pentagon official testified that the government has been operating a disinformation campaign on this topic for decades. Then 2025 into 2026. the executive branch changed posture entirely. The president directed the Pentagon and other agencies to identify and release government UAP files. And the releases actually started, rolling tranches, more than 160 declassified files so far, spanning from the 1940s to last year. Military mission reports from active combat zones, State Department cables, even Apollo crew transcripts. And then the big one, the freshest development from this year that ties directly back to Grusch's core allegation. The Senate Intelligence Committee began issuing subpoenas to private defense contractors believed to hold legacy UAP programs outside normal oversight. Sit with that. Grusch's wildest claim was that the secret lives inside private industry, beyond Congress's reach. And the Senate's response, 3 years later, is to reach, with legal force, for the first time in history, compelling private companies, not government agencies, to produce UAP records. Multiple cleared witnesses have reportedly come forward through lawyers. You don't subpoena a ghost story. Somebody in that building thinks there's something to find. One more, because it's too good to leave out. At a Washington disclosure event this summer, Grusch, who now works with congressional allies on this issue, described how his office obtained military drone footage of a UAP incident off the coast of Yemen. Not through official channels, through what he called a Tom Clancy-style dead drop. Whatever's going on here, and I want to be careful, because whatever is going on is doing heavy lifting. We have arrived at a place where intelligence officers are describing spy novel handoffs of Pentagon drone footage at a public forum next to sitting U.S. senators, and it barely makes the news. Oh, and polling shows roughly 90% of both Republicans and Democrats want more UAP information released. In 2026 America, this might literally be the only thing everyone agrees on. So, where does that leave us? At the fork. Honestly stated. Path 1. This is all a colossal misunderstanding. Secondhand stories, misidentified classified tech, bureaucratic smoke, and the United States Congress is currently subpoenaing defense contractors over a myth. Path 2. It's real, and we are watching the slowest, strangest disclosure in history happen in real time, through hearing transcripts and records requests. Notice what I'm not telling you, that aliens are confirmed. They're not. What is confirmed? Hearings, sworn testimony, whistleblower laws, declassified files, and subpoenas is already the strangest documented story in modern government. Comments. Which path do you think we're on? And what would it actually take to convince you either way? Genuinely curious where you all land. Subscribe, because if Tranche 4 drops something big, you'll want to be here.